as we see the girls now off and racing, jostling for positions. We have a start in the Shaw & Partners Financial Services Hayden Kenny Classic. We've got 20 girls on the line, the elite of the elite. Paulie, strap yourself in because we've got a race on our hands.
Duff, I am excited as we can see again the girls on the northern end get off to a quicker start. Naomi Scott in position 1, and if you see she calls it Lime Parfait. I keep saying it's a lime ski. That is Georgia Miller on that green dolphin ski making her way out. As Naomi Scott comes off her ski, she will be devastated with that. As we can see the ski champion right there was Ali Bull. She's off to a flying start, and Lana Rogers on her right-hand side, Duff.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lime Parfait, as Georgia Miller would like to describe it as, out in front. And look, she is just an elite athlete, isn't she? She has won everything that she's put her foot on the line for. As Ali Bull, we know she's going to be off to a really strong start. And, I think we sort of undersell Ali Bull as a bit of an Ironwoman. Last year she finished 5th in the professional series, and sort of that was her gap year from kayaking. We know that she's right into that kayaking, as we see now up and over the air, and Georgia Miller out the back. She's gone. That could be race over for Georgia Miller. We've lost it from the screen at the back there. Look at the carnage. Look at the skis in the air.
I can see the skis. That is Lizzie Wellborn that has scratched out. She's made it out the back. That is Lana Rogers and Georgia Miller skis that I can see so far. And Ali Bull. I can see Ali Bull in there as we turn our attention back to, that's Lizzie Wellborn, Duff. That is absolutely Lizzie Wellborn from Newport. She has just nailed this first leg. She's got on the ski, she's backed herself. She put her foot on the gas and she did not hesitate, and for that she's rewarded. She's out in front.
Well, that's right. She followed the lead of Georgia Miller, and Georgia Miller just seemed to get clipped on one side of the ski, whereas Lizzie Wellborn managed to find a little bit of open space. And we can see skis are everywhere on the beach. If we turn around and have a look now, Paulie, there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skis upside down all over the beach, and there is carnage across the Sunshine Coast right now as Electra Outram starts to make her way through, as does Courtney Hancock. And look at the lead that Lizzie Wellborn has. Now, this race is far from over. We know if this can happen in the first leg of an Ironwoman, anything can happen in the next 2 legs. And in the qualifiers this morning, we had swim races where people were coming out of ski in first spot and coming out 10th, 12th in the swim just because of the amount of water pushing across that bank and how hard it is. You can see Lizzie just starting to conserve some energy. This point of the race, you're 100 metres in front. What's running through your mind, Paulie?
She's going to play the percentages here. There's no doubt about it. She can see that lead that she's got, but she's only halfway through that ski leg. One challenge is getting out on the ski. The next challenge is getting back to shore. She's going to want to let those sets go past because there's too much risk in taking one of them and potentially slewing or losing your ski. Lizzie Wellborn will no doubt look for one of those smaller waves, get back to the shore. Look at the way she rates now as she sees
look at
that
the monster
gap.
behind
there
her,
is a monster chewing her down. Hopefully she can get past that impact zone. Drop this. Hold on, Lizzie. Hold on tight.
Some tactics there, like you say, play the percentage, play it safe. When you've got yourself a nice handy lead commanding, you're seeing on the way in as well. She's seeing the carnage that's happening on the way out, because at the moment, you can't see on screen, but there are skis everywhere. There are girls. There's only about half the field that have gone out and around the cans, and she's in a real predicament here because she's in a spot where she needs to try and get herself to the beach and get herself swimming. And it looks like now she has picked up a little bit of a wave, as we see early. Look at that snap ski. It is almost underwater there. I think that's Harriet Brown's ski. She has this unlucky curse hanging over at the moment. Years ago, she led a race out the Shannon X-Line, board gone. Now she's got a ski in half. There is just some sort of bad juju going on. Look at the damage that is on the beach right now. Now, these skis are quality built vessels, and they have been torn to absolute shreds here. You can see in the background there, that's Harriet Brown. I don't know who's got the voodoo.
You got to feel for her. She was leading the Shannon Eckstein Classic last year and had her board snapped under big conditions. Looks like she's lost her ski now as we see Lizzie Wellborn. She's gotten back to the beach and she has a very commanding lead at the moment, but she's only one of 3 legs through as we watch
Emma Woods and Taylor Halliday.
So Alexandra Headland's having a field day with this racing. It is great to see these girls. Taylor Halliday is an incredible swimmer. Lizzie Wellborn to go. Mate, these 2 girls are going to work together, I reckon, and try and reel in Lizzie. This is far from over.
Well, that's it. This is the spot in a race where, as teammates, you've got to beat them, but you're in a position where, okay, oh wow, not Harriet Brown. Who else is on a yellow ski then? We couldn't tell. The beach commentaries called it as well, not Harriet Brown. We'll try and find out who that ski belongs to. It's that light yellow one, which we normally associate with Harriet Brown. She's had the light yellow for years, so apologies for that miscommunication. But we turn our attention back to the race, and it's Lizzie Wellborn. What would you say, 100 metres?
She had a very commanding lead. I thought she was going to get to the shore a little bit better. Jack Hansen, the head coach of Alex Surf Club. We talked about him before. When you talk about the big names of your Michael Kings, your Kev Morrison, Naomi Flood, these sorts of, these are some of the big names of coaches in the sport, but Jack Hansen, he's growing, nurturing and developing the Sunshine Coast legends of the sport up here.
The ever-present Courtney Hancock making her way down the beach as well. And look, she had a real tenacity about her there. She was really pounding the sand there and making a good dash down the beach. So she obviously feels fit and fresh and full of energy. But I know if I'm coming out of a ski leg and I've just been walloped the way the girls were, I don't know if I'd have the same speed across the sand, Paulie, but look, Courtney Hancock's a much better athlete than what I ever was. So you can see here the girls just working together right now. This is second and third, so it's Woods and Halliday there of the home club, Alex. Lizzie Wellborn is out in front. We'll hopefully be able to pick her up and start to assess how much of a lead she has, but you can just see how much water is moving around as you can get the shot over the head now. Lizzie Wellborn in a bit of clean water. I like the position she's in. I like the spot that she's travelling through because you can see these girls in the white water, but look at the warbles right there. They're gargling water and popping up. Lizzie Wellborn, she's probably almost there as we see waves and lines of water. She's going right down to the very bottom. We want to see her pop up into this green water here as Scully makes her way onto the beach as well. We can see the parfait of Georgia Miller. Big smile on her face there. They are loving this, Paulie.
They are loving the thrills and spills, the action. This is the stuff we love, Duff. We love racing in big surf. It's just the best. It's fun, it's chaos, and you take away a little bit of that pressure because more so than looking at the competitors beside you and racing them, you're racing Mother Nature, you're competing against Mother Nature. As we watched before, Lizzie Wellborn, this is probably her weakest of the three legs, the swim leg, Duff. She's fantastic on the ski. She's an even better board paddler as we watched her just moments earlier. She took out the board race. She's in the swim leg now, and look at the way she's diving deep. There is so much water and power coming from those the sets as we watch some of the girls still coming in on the skis. She's dodging girls on skis as she's making her way out to those swim boys. It looks like she's out through the break. I don't want to give her the curse now, but I dare say she's out the back, Duff. She will be starting to make eye contact with those cans as we see Lana Rogers, another one who's just coming in now on that ski, and she won at Woolgoolga. She had the 7,000 points there. She's going to be devastated.
This is the thing, Paulie. Through the qualifiers this morning, we had girls losing their ski, and that was it. You'd pull out, and that was done. You wouldn't qualify through anyway. But with the valuable points on offer, where our good friend Minnow will say every place and every race counts, but this is super valuable for Lizzie Wellborn. Lizzie Wellborn finished second in the overall series last year, but a little bit of a fun fact is she didn't race the Hayden Kenny Classic last year, so she left 10,000 points on the table, couldn't register a single point for the 10,000 events, which are so valuable. So this year she's made the trip up from New South Wales. She is right now, you would say, at least 50 metres out in front, and she wants to secure some points and try and put her name on the end of the overall series come the end, and possibly tick one of the three premier events as well.
Well, Lizzie was unfortunately a little bit sick last year, Duff. She mystery illness. She didn't really know exactly what was going, but other than her training just started to fall apart a little bit in her racing. She just felt like she wasn't herself, wasn't 100%, and we saw that she actually withdrew from some of the series or summer surf events because she just wasn't 100%. But as we look at her now rounding that can, she is back to 100%. She looks fit as ever. She did the Nutrigain Series trials just a couple of weeks ago and she got through. She looked fantastic, but look at that now. She's on her way back home as I'm going to say it's Taylor Halliday rounding that first can now, and there is a couple of bombs.
You can just see the size of the swell rolling on through. I was just pointing out to Paulie my watch. It's just giving me an alert. It says you feel stressed right now. That is because my heart rate is going through the roof because I'm on the edge of my seat. This is just fantastic racing, and I tell you what, I'm generally a pretty cool cat, nice and relaxed, but this has got me up and about. And the kick is still there. Lizzie Wellborn fit as a fiddle right now, and she's getting right into that impact zone, right into into that wave zone. But you've got the two girls from Alex giving chase, Emma Woods and Taylor Halliday. But at the moment, Lizzie Wellborn just is she's the one out in front that the rest are giving chase to. And at the moment, you can't fault her performance.
Not at all, Duff. And I don't want to give her the commentator's curse, but if she gets back to the beach, first look at that water washing all the way up onto the blowing skis away and everything. It is chaos. There is so much swell at the moment, and the wind, the chaos. You can see the Sunshine Coast Council flags, they're in full flight.
Look at these waves for the back markers here.
At this, out the back, Duff. There's one for the...
Wow, almost there for the back markers.
Can Lizzie pick this up broken?
If she can, that would be an unbelievable show of surf skills. And unfortunately for her, she doesn't get that one. She finds herself in a bit of no man's land. And this is a part of the beach where you don't want to be, because to pick up waves from here is extremely challenging. There's so much aerated water. There's so much bumbling around in there. And it looks like, oh, she almost did. She almost had it. And I can hear the cheers of the beach. And that seems to tell me that someone from Alex has managed to find a bit of a wave. So Emma Woods or Taylor Halliday, they were giving chase, and they were in a much better spot on the way in and into a position as Lizzie Wellborn just gets a little bit of a ride out of that one as well, starts to pick that one up. And we can see here she's just in that dead water, that really tough water to pick up, and you almost want to throw yourself backwards into some of those waves, don't you, Paulie?
It's really difficult to pick up those broken wave stuff. There's a lot of whitewash, and it's hard because you've got to kind of lift your back, lift your head, and you're trying to get your body up high, sitting high on that water line so that you can pick up a broken wave. You've got to kick and move your arms super quick. Picking up a broken wave is super difficult. As we've watched now, Lizzie has had to pretty much swim all the way to the beach. That is tough work. That is hard at the end of the second leg now of the Ironwomen race. She is just going to want to get her toes into the sand, get around that transition, because I said it before, if she can pick up her board first, she's one of the best in the field. She won the board earlier. If she picks up that board, third leg with only, well, that being the final leg, she's going to be very tough to beat.
That is just cruel, that is. Mother Nature is a cruel mistress, because with the amount of waves on offer today and the amount of swell pushing in, for her not to pick up a single bump or a single wave in is just devastating. But she's still out in front. She's still in the mix. As we see Taylor Halliday, she has closed that gap significantly. And Taylor Halliday's got to turn, she's going to look, she's going to see the swell out there, and she's going to have a good look at Lizzie Wellborn down the beach. As we see standing up, Tiani Massey, last year's champion. She's up into third spot. She is coming home with the wet sail as the girls are going to make their way a long way down the beach. Can she go back to back? Emma Woods there in fourth spot, Harriet Brown. So we called her as a snap ski before, we gave her the curse. Maybe it was the opposite. Maybe we reversed jinxed. Maybe we've given her the good luck now. Can she come and do the unthinkable? Come back from the death that we'd written her off completely, and here she is, fifth spot. Lizzie Wellborn, though, out in front at the moment.
Harriet Brown is a former Australian board champion.
And world.
And world. There you go. She's also won Molokai to Oahu paddleboard world champion, so we know that she's got a big endurance tank. She's always very fit, very fast, and she's a winner. She's one of those girls where you've only got to give her a sniff, and she knows how to win races. She will not give up. So Lizzie Wellborn looks like, though, she has gone very, very north in comparison to the girls from Alex Well. Taylor Halliday, that certainly ran in very south. No doubt Jack Hansen, the coach there, would have been giving those two girls, Emma Woods and Taylor Halliday, the run. The marching orders go all the way south, girls. Give yourself every opportunity to try and sneak out on that side there. As we can see Tiani Massey in amongst the two Alex girls there. They are about to approach this back bank now.
How advantageous is it racing on your home beach? Is it a massive advantage, or is it just that on your day anyone can win? The two girls from Alex, they're racing here at home. They're racing on their local beach. As we see Lizzie Wellborn just be able to pop over that and off to the side. And look, the fatigue is there. And look at the wall of foam about to hit Lizzie Wellborn here. That's a tough pop. That is not easy, because the amount of power you need to put back into that force, you need to match power with power, and to try and punch that board back down into it is really, really tough to do, because everything is just forcing that board backwards and up over your head. As you see, she's just working into that dead water. The girls further down the beach to the south, they're going to be in that spot where, coming off the bluff and the headland, they might be in a little bit of cleaner water, but it's still Lizzie Wellborn rolling that one. She is just getting worked over right now, but so are the girls behind. So I don't think it's been too bad for Lizzie Wellborn. It's tough for them all out there, and to me it looks like she's got a bit clean water, and she's into that spot now where she maybe has one or two more, barring a set on its way. She is going to be into green water, and that is the water you want to be in. This whitewater turbulent stuff, that is hard work, that is challenging. You're fighting against it every single stroke, but there we go. Lizzie Walborn at this stage into clean green water as we see the chase back just in the far end of screen, about to get up and over that as well. So they're into a position now where Lizzie Walborn starts to get up on her knees and starts to stroke. Tiani Massey up and over that one. Lizzie Walborn, though, absolute phenomenal board paddler. We saw her take out the 10,000 points before in the board series. So she's looking to make this a victory here to take back to New South Wales. One of the few New South Wales competitors we do have. We see so many athletes make the move up north, make the move up onto the sunshine, the warmer beaches, as we see the local girl just up the road there at Maroochydore, Tiani Massey. She was last year's champion. That was her breakthrough victory. Can she go back to back? Can she spoil the party for Lizzie, or has the fat lady started singing?
Duff, I'm having a look at the rating on Lizzie Walborn there. She wants the points, she wants the prize money, she's going for it. She's an incredible board paddler. She's rounded that can now and she's making her way back to beach, as we can see in second and third place. It looks like Tiani Massey, Taylor Halliday, and I could also see Harriet Brown was pretty close in the mix. So Lizzie's going to want to pick up one of these waves pretty soon, get herself back to the beach and
we
break
got wave
that
on the
banner.
oohs and ahs. The beach start to lift as Lizzie Walborn's rating goes up. Will she take it? She sits on top. She pulls up Marlins, and I would have done the same. That's a percentage move there, but look at the bump behind. She doesn't want to get caught in that space where it's no man's land. She may even employ the same tactic she did in the ski, where she rolled the wave on the way in, but she's going to try and pick this bump up. The rating goes up. It's the perfect little size for her. If she can get on down it, she can't. And now she looks behind, and her heart starts to sink a little bit, because giving chase is Woods, Halliday, and Brown, with Tiani Massey back there in fifth. But you can see there, she's into a spot now where there's definitely water breaking. She's going to be able to get a lift here. She turns around. She's going to find the back strap, and she's going to play it as safe could be. But there we go. Brown, Woods, and Halliday. Woods in second, Brown in third, Halliday in fourth. But to me, barring disaster, there is your champion with that big smile. She knows it too, Paulie. Talk us through, what does this feel like to take out a 10,000 event and a feeling? It's something special, isn't it?
It's one of the best in the sport, Duff. I can tell you right now, she is happy as can be. You can see the smile on the face. Look at that, Lizzie Walborn. You are the Ironwomen champion. As she gets off, high five to the handler. Trent on the beach there. She's all smiles, all high fives for the crowd as she grabs that Shaw and Partners Hayden Kenny Surf Classic banner. What an incredible victory by Lizzie Walborn.
Absolutely, as we see the girls coming on through. So that's Bella Williams. She's still got a board leg to go, so that just shows how dominant Lizzie was there. And I do love the class sportsmanship from Ali Bull, letting Lizzie have her moment, not spoiling. But here we go, the race for the podium. You got Harriet Brown on the left-hand side, Woods in there, Halliday and Massey. Who's gonna be on this podium? We're gonna hear the cheers of the Alexander Headlands Club go up in there. That is Woods there out in front. Brown giving chase, Massey over the top. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Woods? It's going to be Woods and Massey rounding that podium out. So valuable points for those girls as Halliday wipes away the race, as Courtney Hancock, the ever-present, the ever-classy, the experience of Courtney Hancock. That's going to be a good performance as well there in sixth. But what a performance from Lizzie Walborn. From start to finish, just clinical.
Yeah, Duff, you're not wrong. You can tell how much that means to Lizzie. She last year she did it tough. She you know, she's been one of the Ironwomen that's been in the top for so many years now. And last year she failed to re-qualify for the Nutrigain series. She was going through some tough times. You can see how much that means to her. The emotion.
There's tears of joy there. This is just special, as we can see the athletes, and she's a fan favourite, she's an athlete favourite. She is just someone that is adored by absolutely everyone. We've got Ty down on the beach. This is going to be a special little interview.
Talk about special now. We talk about last year, to bounce back from last year. You've had to come through the trial as well, Lizzie, and this is one special moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't really describe how much this means to me. I've been thinking of a win for a long time, and I haven't won a big event like this in a very long time, and you work towards it so much, and to finally be here in this amazing event is just, I'm speechless.
Especially in these environments as well. Now, you talk about and you think about and you dream about the perfect race to sneak out on your own that first ski leg. Obviously, you put, all your eggs in the basket to get out there and get out into a nice sort of lead or set yourself out well. It was a dream run, wasn't it, that first ski leg?
Oh, yeah, and when I got out on that ski, I knew that when that opportunity comes, you have to take it, and it was definitely nerve-wracking being out in front, but I was able to keep my cool, and yeah, I'm so happy.
To be happy in your result as well, it takes a lot of support. You've got a great support crew. You're a great human as well. Quick shout out to some of your support crew out there as well.
I definitely could have done this without my amazing team at Newport. I mean, we've put in so much hard work this off-season, and this win is extra special because I am one of the only New South Wales athletes this year, and to be able to win it in big surf, it shows you can be a good athlete and you can make it from New South Wales, and I'm incredibly proud of that.
We've shot one over the bow, haven't you, for New South Wales. You are our 2022 Shaw & Partners Hayden Kenny Classic Open Ironwoman. Congratulations, Lizzie Wellborn.
Thank you.